Hello, class. Today, we're diving into the cruel, chaotic, and sometimes downright sadistic world of gaming. That's right, this is my top 10 video games that absolutely trolled the player, testing not just your skills, but your patience, sanity, and willingness to keep going. These games didn't just laugh at you, they laughed with you, mocked you, and somehow made you love them for it. Let's dive in. 10. WAP. You're an Olympic runner. Sounds inspiring, right? Until you realize controlling your athlete's legs is harder than actual Olympic training. Using just four keys, Q, W, O, and P, you attempt to walk, only to end up flopping on the ground like a fish out of water. This game is peak trolling, turning something as simple as running into a hilarious physics puzzle. 9. Ghosts and Goblins. Oh, you thought you beat the game? Think again. This NES classic makes you fight your way through brutal levels teeming with enemies, only to tell you that the ending was a mirage. To see the real conclusion, you need to beat the game twice. Add in the punishing two-hit death mechanic, and you've got a recipe for controller smashing frustration. 8. Takeshi's Challenge. From the mind of a Japanese comedian came this fever dream of a game. Takeshi's Challenge doesn't just troll, it actively insults you. The game asks players to perform bizarre tasks like singing karaoke into a controller or waiting for an hour doing absolutely nothing. The final insult? The gameplay is atrocious, the logic makes no sense, and yet you can't help but laugh. 7. Diablo 3 Whimsyshire. Blizzard decided to troll their own fans with this colorful fever dream of a level. Hidden in the dark, gothic world of Diablo 3 lies Whimsyshire, a land filled with rainbows, unicorns, and giggling teddy bears. It's a tongue-in-cheek nod to critics who said the game wasn't dark enough, and a hilarious slap in the face to the demon-slaying vibe. 6. The Impossible Quiz. This quiz is a troll in the purest form. You're presented with seemingly simple questions, only for them to spiral into nonsensical traps. Clicking the wrong answer, or sometimes the right one, ends in failure. The game delights in tricking you, forcing you to think outside the box and sometimes straight into another dimension. 5. Flappy Bird. Deceptively simple, soul-crushingly difficult. Flappy Bird tasks you with navigating a bird through Mario-esque pipes, but its pixel-perfect hitboxes turn every tiny mistake into a big failure. The game's unrelenting challenge spawned countless rage quits and viral memes before its creator pulled it from the App Store, claiming guilt over its addictive trolling. 4. Dark Souls series. The Dark Souls games are the sophisticated trolls of the gaming world. These aren't just hard, they're cryptically hard, with obscure mechanics and enemies that punish every misstep. Every corner hides something out to kill you, and even your victories feel like the game's way of saying, "Congratulations, you didn't suck that much." 3. Penn and Teller's Smoke and Mirrors, Desert Bus. The ultimate anti-game. Desert Bus simulates an 8-hour drive from Tucson to Las Vegas in real time. There's no music, no scenery, and no real point. Just monotonous desert and a bus that slightly veers to the right, forcing you to stay vigilant. It's a troll masterpiece, designed as a satire of boring games, and yet it has a cult following. 2. Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy. The gold standard of trolling games. Armed with nothing but a hammer, you're tasked with climbing a mountain of trash while gravity laughs in your face. Every fall feels like a personal failure, and Bennett Foddy's calm, philosophical voiceover adds salt to the wound. This game is less about winning and more about enduring the humiliation. 1. I Want to Be the Guy. If Dark Souls is the classy troll, I Want to Be the Guy is the in-your-face, throw-your-keyboard-out-the-window troll. Every pixel is a potential death trap. Platforms crumble unexpectedly, harmless-looking objects turn deadly, and progress often feels impossible. The game's cruel humor and sheer absurdity make it the ultimate troll experience. Honorable mention, Titan Souls. Titan Souls isn't here to make friends. Armed with just one arrow, you're sent into battles against colossal bosses that can kill you with a single hit. It's all about precision, patience, and perfectly timed shots, or dying again and again while the game silently mocks your ineptitude. It's beautifully brutal. So there you have it, 10 games and one honorable mention that laughed at your suffering and made you love every masochistic second. Whether you played these games or just watched someone else lose their sanity, they're unforgettable experiences in how not to treat the player. What about you, class? Are there any games that trolled you harder than your little brother on Mario Kart? Let me know, and maybe they'll make the next list. Until then, good luck, and don't rage quit.